The heart of the Orion Empire stretched across 1,000 star systems, shining like a web of golden lights in the dark void of space. Its fleets were unmatched, its technology legendary, and its people proud of what they had built over centuries. Yet, even with all this power, the Empire had one rule. The unknown was never to be underestimated. In the command center of the Orion fleet, alarms suddenly blared. Red lights flashed across the control panels as the voice of the chief sensor officer echoed, tense and unsteady. "Commander Varan, you need to see this. Unknown vessel detected. No data, no origin, and it's moving too fast." Commander Elias Varan, tall and steady-eyed, turned from the holographic star maps in front of him. His face was calm, but his mind raced. He had faced dangerous raids, pirate fleets, and even hostile alien scouts before. But something about this reading felt different. "How fast?" he asked, his voice even. "Faster than anything in the Empire's records. Faster than our X-90 interceptors. Faster than our experimental FTL drives," the officer replied. Elias frowned. The fleet had never encountered a ship that could outpace humans like this. "Patch me to Central Command," he said, walking past the rows of officers who were frozen in shock. "Central Command to Varan." The booming voice of Admiral Loris came through the speakers. "We've got something unusual. It doesn't respond to signals. It's not transmitting anything. And it's near the colonized systems of Talion 5. Elias straightened. Talion 5 was a vital colony, a hub for trade and research. If this unknown ship approached with hostile intent, it could devastate thousands of lives before the Empire even had a chance to react. "Understood, Admiral. I'll lead an intercept team immediately," he replied. Within the hour, Elias was aboard his flagship, the Aurora's Edge, a sleek cruiser designed for speed and strategy. Around him, a dozen smaller interceptor ships powered up, their pilots ready for the unknown. The tension in the room was thick, but Elias remained calm. Fear never helped a commander. Only clear thinking did. The fleet moved into position near the outer edge of Talion 5's system. The unknown ship appeared suddenly on the main screen, a dark silhouette against the glow of a distant star. Its shape was unlike any human vessel, angular, smooth, and shimmering with a strange metallic light. Sensors failed to identify the material. "Status?" Elias asked. "It's impossible to measure," said Lieutenant Dara, the ship's lead scientist. "The speed, the energy output. It doesn't match any known propulsion system. It's like it's bending space around itself." Elias narrowed his eyes. "It's intelligent. Only something intelligent could move like that without crashing or being detected sooner." The fleet held its formation as the unknown ship vanished from the sensors. Seconds later, it appeared again, far closer to the colony's outer orbit. The human ships had no time to react. The ship moved faster than thought itself. "Predict its trajectory," Elias ordered. The science team worked frantically, their fingers flying over the controls. "It's not random," Lieutenant Dara said. "It's testing us, observing our reactions. It knows exactly where we are at all times." Elias clenched his fists. "Then we need to be smarter. We'll use strategy, not just speed. Let's see how clever we can be." Over the next hours, the fleet tried several maneuvers. They spread out, fell back, attempted flanking patterns. Each time, the unknown ship anticipated them, appearing where it wasn't supposed to be, disappearing where they expected it to be. During a tense meeting in the flagship's command room, Elias addressed his officers. "This is unlike anything we've faced. But humans have something no ship, no matter how advanced, can match. Adaptability. We think. We learn. We adjust. We will do the same here. Watch for patterns. Anticipate. And stay calm. Fear will only slow us down." Outside the Aurora's Edge, the alien ship made its move. It sped toward Talion 5's industrial sector, where massive factories produced materials for the Empire. On the colony's surface, alarms blared, citizens ran for shelters, and automated defenses scrambled to respond. Elias's fleet engaged, Human interceptor ships chased the alien vessel, firing energy pulses. Each shot, however, passed harmlessly as the ship disappeared and reappeared faster than their weapons could track. "It's dodging without effort," muttered Lieutenant Dara. "It's as if it can see the future for a few seconds ahead." Elias's jaw tightened. "No, it's testing our reactions, and we will learn from it." Hours turned into a day as the fleet pursued the alien vessel. The colony's leaders feared the worst. Governor Maris of Talion 5 addressed her people through emergency broadcasts. "Citizens of Talion 5, the fleet is engaging an unknown ship. There is no evidence of hostility toward the population so far. But remain calm and follow all safety protocols. Our defenders are doing everything they can to protect you." Meanwhile, Elias noticed a subtle detail. Every time the ship appeared near the colony, it slowed slightly, as if hesitant. It never fired, never attacked civilians. That tiny observation sparked an idea. "Dara, record every movement it makes near the colony. Look for patterns in its hesitation," he said. Hours of observation revealed something surprising. The ship seemed to mimic human fleet formations. It anticipated where they would go and adjusted its path based on their movements, almost like it was learning human behavior. "It's not just intelligent," Dara whispered. "It's curious. It's studying us." Elias nodded. "Then we give it a reason to communicate. Prepare a signal non-threatening, clear, and structured. Something it can recognize as deliberate." A human-coded visual pattern was transmitted toward the ship, shifting lights and pulses representing basic numbers and shapes. The unknown ship paused, hovering in space for several seconds. Then, it made a movement that no human technology could replicate. It mirrored the pattern perfectly. The room erupted in quiet awe. Elias kept his voice calm. "It understands. This is our first contact. Not through words, but through logic." Suddenly, alarms blared again. Sensors showed a massive asteroid belt moving dangerously close to the colony's orbit. If it collided, it could destroy entire sections of Talion 5. "Divert the colony's defense satellites and evacuate the civilian sectors," Elias ordered. But before human defenses could act, the unknown ship darted into the asteroid field. In seconds, it redirected massive rocks away from the colony, using some force or energy humans could not yet understand. The colonists watched from orbiting stations, amazed. The mysterious ship had saved them without warning, without expectation of reward. "Commander, it just helped them," said Lieutenant Dara, her voice trembling. Elias felt a mix of relief and wonder. "Yes. And that changes everything. This isn't a threat. Not yet. It's testing us. Yes, but it can choose compassion. So can we." The alien ship hovered at the edge of the colony's orbit, waiting, as if to see what humans would do next. The fleet maintained a careful formation, weapons lowered but ready. Elias realized something. Humanity had faced countless dangers across the stars. Hostile aliens, environmental catastrophes, even internal rebellions. But each time, they survived because they were clever, adaptable, and courageous. This unknown ship might be unlike anything they had faced before. But humans had a strength beyond technology. They had ingenuity, empathy, and the will to act, even in impossible situations. He turned to his officers. "We proceed carefully. We observe. We learn. And when the time comes, we will communicate again. Humanity will meet the unknown, not with fear, but with understanding." For the first time since the ship appeared, it hovered in place, no longer dodging, no longer moving unpredictably. It seemed curious, patient, watching humans as humans watched it. Elias felt a spark of hope. The unknown no longer felt like a threat. It felt like the beginning of something much bigger. As night fell over the Orient Empire, the stars blinked silently around the fleet. The unknown ship glimmered faintly, A reminder that the universe still held mysteries far beyond human knowledge, but humanity, as always, was ready to rise to the challenge. To be continued. The unknown ship remained near Talion 5, drifting silently like a shadow in the glow of the colony's stars. Its presence had caused tension, awe, and curiosity in equal measure. The Orion fleet maintained a careful watch, weapons ready but lowered, as their sensors continued to fail in fully analyzing the alien vessel. Commander Elias Varan sat in the Aurora's Edge's command room, studying the screens with intense focus. The first encounter had shown something remarkable. The ship wasn't immediately hostile. In fact, it had saved the colony from disaster, yet that did not mean it could be trusted completely. Humans had survived because they planned, adapted, and acted. Now, Elias needed to understand this mystery before the unknown's intentions changed. "Dara, status on the analysis?" Elias asked, his voice calm but urgent. Lieutenant Dara, the fleet's lead scientist, rubbed her temples. "It's complicated. Every time we try to scan it fully, the ship reacts. Its energy signature changes. Its movements shift. It seems aware of our technology, but we've managed to record enough data to start decoding patterns in its behavior." Elias nodded. "Patterns. That's our key. Humans always find patterns, even in chaos. What have you noticed?" Dara pulled up a holographic projection of the alien ship's movements over the past 12 hours. "It moves unpredictably when we approach aggressively. But when we stay calm, it pauses near the colony and observes. And it seems to react to our light signals. It mirrors them sometimes, almost like it's answering. Then we communicate," Elias said firmly. "Not with weapons. Not with force. With signals. We need to prove we can think, learn, and reason." The fleet's engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to create a signal system. Using a combination of light pulses, visual patterns, and energy frequencies, they crafted messages that represented numbers, basic shapes, and logical sequences. It was humanity's first attempt to speak with the unknown, using intellect rather than language. Hours passed. The alien ship remained in place, hovering near the edge of the colony. When the first signal was sent, the ship paused. Its lights pulsed in a pattern that seemed deliberate. For a moment, silence filled the fleet. Then, slowly, the alien vessel mirrored the pattern exactly. The command room erupted in quiet amazement. Elias kept his voice steady. "It understands. This is the start of communication." Excitement spread, but caution remained. Elias knew humans could be brilliant, but they could also be reckless. One wrong move might turn curiosity into hostility. As the fleet continued to study the ship, strange things began to happen. The alien vessel moved toward a nearby asteroid field. The sensors detected immense rocks, each one large enough to destroy sections of the colony if they fell. The Orion fleet readied defenses, expecting another attack. Instead, the unknown ship acted with precision. It intercepted the largest asteroids, redirecting them away from Talion 5. Energy rippled from the vessel in patterns that human engineers could not fully replicate. The colonists watched in awe from orbital stations. The same ship that had frightened them was now protecting them. Lieutenant Dara turned to Elias. "Commander, it just helped them again." Without being asked, Elias nodded slowly. "It's testing our reactions, yes, but it also shows empathy. That is not weakness, it is intelligence. And intelligence respects intelligence." The fleet observed the ship for several days. Each interaction revealed new insights. When humans acted defensively, the alien mirrored them carefully, avoiding confrontation. When humans were cautious and methodical, the ship seemed curious, pausing longer near observation points. Elias convened a meeting with his officers and scientists. "We've faced countless unknowns before," he said, "but never like this. This ship is fast, clever, and capable of actions we cannot yet understand. But we have something unique. We can learn, adapt, and think morally. Our goal is to understand it, not destroy it. Prepare to send more complex signal sequences that show logic, problem-solving, and intention. The team set to work. They devised sequences based on mathematical principles, logical puzzles, and even simple cause and effect demonstrations. Hours turned into days as they refined their communication. Then, something remarkable happened. The alien ship responded with patterns of its own. Sequences far more complex than anything the humans had sent. It was not just mirroring anymore. It was creating, suggesting, and possibly even teaching. This is incredible, Dara said softly. It's more than just observing. It's interacting, testing our intelligence. Elias leaned forward, a sense of pride welling up. Humanity had always faced impossible odds. Yet they always adapted. This was another challenge, and humans were meeting it not with brute force, but with thought, ingenuity, and patience. Meanwhile, tensions within the Orient Empire rose. Some factions argued that the alien vessel was a threat that must be destroyed before it could strike. Admiral Loris voiced his concern during a council meeting. Commander Varan, we cannot risk waiting. This ship is unknown. It could attack any system, at any time. We must strike first, he said, his tone urgent. Elias shook his head. Admiral, if we attack, we lose the chance to understand it. Humanity's strength is not only in weapons, but in intelligence, morality, and adaptability. This is an opportunity, not a threat. We act wisely, not hastily. The council remained divided. Some trusted Elias's judgment. Others feared what they could not control. The unknown ship, hovering silently, seemed almost to wait, as if aware of the debate. One day, an emergency alert blared from the colony. A massive storm of charged particles was heading toward Talion 5, threatening communication satellites and orbital stations. Humans prepared for disaster. The alien ship acted immediately. It moved with incredible speed, diving into the storm. Its energy shield shimmered as it absorbed and redirected the dangerous particles. Protecting the colony's infrastructure, citizens watched in amazement as the mysterious ship saved the day once again. Dara turned to Elias, eyes wide. Commander, it's choosing to protect us, not attack. But why? Elias considered the question. Perhaps it sees intelligence, morality, and courage in us. Perhaps it recognizes that humanity is capable of more than just survival. We can think, reason, and act morally. That may be why it lingers, to see if we are worthy of understanding. With each passing day, the fleet improved its communication. Humans and the alien vessel developed a cautious rhythm. Simple sequences evolved into complex problem-solving exercises. The ship responded in kind, creating patterns that suggested a form of reasoning. Finally, after nearly a week of careful interaction, the alien ship initiated a sequence that was unmistakable. A series of symbols and movements that hinted at intentional messaging. Elias studied the patterns carefully. It's a message, he said. It wants us to understand something. Not words, but concepts. Logic. Problem-solving. It's asking for cooperation. Excitement spread among the fleet and scientists. Humanity had not only survived encounters with the unknown, but they had also begun to communicate. The unknown vessel, once a source of fear, had become a teacher, challenging humans to rise to a higher level of thinking. Elias addressed his officers and crew. We've done what humanity does best. We adapted. We learned. We acted with morality. And now, we are on the path to understanding. This is what sets us apart: our curiosity, our ingenuity, and our courage in the face of the unknown. Prepare for deeper engagement. Humanity will meet this challenge as it always does, head-on, with intelligence and heart. As the alien ship hovered near Talion 5, it pulsed gently, as if acknowledging Elias's words. For the first time, the humans felt not fear, but respect. They realized that this encounter was not the end of a threat, but the beginning of a new chapter. A chance to show the universe what humanity could achieve when faced with the truly unknown. The Orion Empire, once wary of the mysterious vessel, now watched in awe as humans and the alien ship began a slow, careful dance of understanding. Each pulse, each movement, each decision was a test and a lesson. And humanity, as always, was proving itself capable, moral, and brilliant. For Commander Elias Veran and his fleet, the unknown no longer felt impossible. It was an opportunity, a chance to learn, to grow, and to demonstrate that humanity, even at the edge of the Empire, could rise to challenges no one else could. And somewhere, in the silent depths of space, the alien ship continued to observe, waiting for humanity to take the next step. To be continued. The Orion Empire had learned something remarkable. Not every unknown in the galaxy was a threat. For days, humans and the alien ship had exchanged signals, learned each other's rhythms, and tested each other's logic. But now, the stakes were higher. Commander Elias Veran stood on the bridge of the Aurora's edge, watching the alien vessel drift near Talion 5. His eyes were calm, but his mind was racing. The time had come for humans to take the next step, not just observation, but direct engagement. "Commander," Lieutenant Dara said, stepping forward, "we've decoded enough patterns. I think we can initiate a direct approach. Carefully. Slowly. With no weapons drawn." Elias nodded. "Good. Prepare a small squadron. We approach in a neutral formation. Sensors only. No aggression. We need to show trust and intelligence." The Aurora's edge led a formation of 4 smaller interceptors. Each ship kept its distance, but remained within visual range. Every movement was deliberate. Every light pulse calculated. Humans were about to meet the unknown not with force, but with thought. As they moved closer, the alien ship reacted. It mirrored the formation perfectly, slowing slightly, its shimmering surface reflecting the stars. Elias felt a strange mixture of tension and anticipation. He had faced countless battles, yet this felt different. This was a test of humanity itself. "Keep calm. Remember why we are here," Elias said to his crew. "This is not a fight. This is a chance to show intelligence, courage, and morality." The alien ship suddenly changed its pulse patterns. Dara leaned over the console, eyes widening. "Commander, it's inviting us closer. Not attacking. Inviting." Elias allowed himself a small nod. "Then we move." The squadron drifted toward the alien vessel. Inside, humans felt the vastness of space more deeply than ever. Around them, stars twinkled. The void stretched endlessly, and the unknown waited patiently. The ship's lights pulsed in rhythmic sequences, almost like a heartbeat. Elias projected a series of light and energy patterns. They represented basic logic sequences, cooperative problem-solving, and symbols of trust. The alien ship paused, then slowly began to echo the patterns. For the first time, humans and the unknown were communicating not just as observers, but as equals. The exchange continued for hours. Each sequence became more complex, demonstrating understanding and intention. Finally, the alien ship performed a sequence that humans recognized as a directional guide, a path to a nearby uncharted region of space. It was an invitation to follow, to explore together. Elias turned to his officers. "This is it. They trust us enough to show us where they come from, or at least where they want to go. This is the next step in cooperation. Prepare for exploration." The squadron followed the alien ship through a star system filled with dense nebulae and swirling cosmic dust. Human sensors struggled to adapt to the alien energy fields, but they managed. Every obstacle was a puzzle, every danger a test of ingenuity. And with each challenge, humans adapted, learning from the aliens' movements and teaching their own. "Commander," Dara said after several tense hours, "this region, it's filled with energy readings far beyond anything in the Orion Empire. The aliens may be explorers, but they are also Guardians. Or maybe scouts for something larger. Elias considered the thought. Then humanity will need to show not just intelligence, but courage. We will not falter. We adapt. We learn. And we face the unknown as humans always do, with determination and morality. The squadron reached a massive celestial formation. An enormous nebula surrounding a cluster of pulsars. Here, the alien ship moved carefully, weaving between dangerous energy fields with incredible precision. Humans mirrored the movements, learning the delicate dance of navigation. As they advanced, the alien ship revealed something astonishing. A small fleet of vessels, similar in design to the unknown ship, emerged from the nebula. They were observers, explorers, and guardians of the region. Humans had never seen anything like them. The alien vessels pulsed in coordinated sequences, acknowledging the human fleet. Elias realized that humans were being accepted into a larger cosmic community. But the challenge was not over. A massive energy surge erupted from one of the pulsars, threatening the fragile fleet formation. "Hold your positions. Focus on coordination," Elias shouted. Humans adjusted their flight patterns, using every bit of logic, intuition, and training they possessed. The alien ships mirrored and complemented their movements, creating a fluid, synchronized defense. The energy surge passed, leaving the human fleet and alien vessels unharmed. Dara exhaled slowly. "We did it. Together. We survived because of cooperation, not force." Elias looked at the alien ship leading the formation. Its lights pulsed in a pattern that humans recognized now as a gesture of approval. A signal that humanity had proven itself capable, moral, and intelligent. "Prepare a response," Elias said. "We send back sequences showing gratitude, respect, and a willingness to continue learning. Humanity must demonstrate that we are not just survivors, but collaborators." Over the next several days, humans and the alien fleet exchanged increasingly complex sequences. Each one represented understanding, reasoning, and mutual respect. The aliens revealed glimpses of knowledge, safe pathways through dangerous regions, patterns of energy flows, and methods of cosmic navigation that humans could not have discovered alone. For the first time, humans felt not like explorers, but partners in a shared cosmic journey. The unknown ship, once a source of fear, had become a teacher, a guide, and ultimately, an ally. In a final sequence, the alien ship conveyed a clear message. It sought partners, not conquerors, to face challenges beyond the known galaxy. Humanity had shown the qualities the aliens valued most: intelligence, adaptability, courage, and morality. Elias turned to his officers, his voice firm and proud. "This is humanity's moment. Not because we are the strongest, but because we are clever, moral, and courageous. We have faced the unknown, learned from it, and earned the respect of a species far beyond our understanding. The universe is vast, and we are ready to rise to the challenge." The Orion Empire watched in wonder as humanity's squadron returned to Talion 5, not as a fleet that had survived an encounter, but as ambassadors of intelligence and cooperation. Word spread quickly. Humans had faced an unknown species, adapted to its speed, logic, and morality, and had emerged respected not through weapons, but through thought, courage, and ethical action. Governor Maris of Talion 5 addressed her people. "Citizens, what you witnessed is a triumph of humanity. We have proven that we can face the unknown with intelligence and morality. We have shown that courage and cooperation are more powerful than fear or force. Humanity is not just surviving in the stars, we are rising." Elias sat quietly in the Aurora's edge, watching the alien ship pulse gently in the distance. He understood now that this encounter was only the beginning. Humanity had shown it could rise to challenges that no other species might attempt. The unknown no longer threatened them. It inspired them. He spoke softly to his officers. "The universe is full of mysteries. Some are dangerous, some are beautiful. But humanity has a gift others do not. We adapt, we think, we learn, and we act with morality. Today, we met the unknown and proved that humanity belongs in the stars not as conquerors, but as partners, explorers, and guardians. The alien ship, now joined by its fleet, slowly disappeared into the nebulae, leaving humans with knowledge, respect, and the promise of future cooperation. Humanity had survived impossible speed, strange technology, and uncertainty not through force, but through intelligence, morality, and courage. As the stars shone over the Orient Empire, humans celebrated quietly in their hearts and in their minds. They had faced the unknown, and they had risen. Commander Elias Varon smiled. The Empire had always been strong in technology and strategy, but now it was stronger in spirit, and that strength, he knew, would carry humanity far beyond the edges of the known galaxy. For the first time, humans realized something extraordinary. The universe was no longer a place to fear. It was a place to grow, to learn, and to prove that humanity, clever, moral, and brave, could meet any challenge, no matter how fast, strange, or unknown. The stars pulsed silently, witnessing humanity's rise, and humanity, in turn, pulsed back not with fear, but with courage, intelligence, and hope. The end.